What if somebody was at the edge of your bed looking like that? What would you do? Bitch, what if you was at the edge of your bed looking like that? What if you woke up and you saw yourself looking at the edge of the bed like that? What would you do when you wake up? Well, bitch, well, first of all, what would you do if you walked into a room and you saw yourself, physically being yourself, standing up there looking like you, but not quite you? What would you do? I feel like I'm hosting Goosebumps or something. I live for that. Yes. Hey y'all, what the f is T bitches? Yes, we are back up in this gig, and I needed this weekend to clear out, and I needed everything I wanted. I just wanted this weekend to clear. I wanted to give y'all all weekend to talk about this movie, because I've been wanting to come on camera and talk about this movie since I saw it on Friday night. But bitch, I've been like, okay girl, let me just shut up. Let me do my research, and I'm going to go see it again because I just need to see this again. Okay, so first, there are spoilers in this video. So if you have not seen the movie, girl, you don't want, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Baby, what are you doing? Baby, what are you doing? So go do that. I know you probably have to watch your kids over the weekend or something because your mama didn't feel like watching the kids. I understand that. Well, girl, how about, you know, your mama should be free now. You know, it's the weekday, she probably free. Go ahead and drop her off, drop your kid off. Go see like a 6 o'clock movie. Something not too late so the kids, you can still put your kids to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself a moment, because you need to see this movie. If you're into scary movies. If not, then, well, actually, even if you're not into scary movies, you should still watch it. Because it's, okay, so let me just jump right in. First of all, hi, my name is Zachary Campbell. If you've never seen my face before, you should go ahead and to be a part of the Tired Ass Army. Yes, I mean subscribe. You should go ahead and subscribe. The lingo, the language over here on this channel is kind of weird, kind of crazy, just like The Tethered. If you know what that is, if you know the movie, then yes, just like The Tethered, yes. Also, follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter as Zach Campbell. And yeah, that's pretty much me. That's getting to know me. I want to get into this gig with y'all though. All right, so the movie Us came out. Now I've been anticipating this movie because I wanted to see what the gig was. So bitch, I was like trying to figure out what Jordan was going to do with this movie, because like Get Out was such a success, and I felt like I didn't know how he was going to follow up, you know what I mean? So there's Adelaide, right? So it opens up with Adelaide walking through the gig, walking through the Santa Cruz like beach pier situation. Like it's a whole fair at Santa Cruz. It's a real situation. But before the movie really starts, it's like text saying like there's tunnels and stuff underground all through the country. So I was like, well, bitch, is that really? I've heard stuff about that in school. And it's my ignorance about I thought about the Underground Railroad at first, and I was like, well, Harriet down there? Are they gonna talk about Harriet Tubman in this movie? But then I digress. Now, I always said there is somebody else in the mirror when you see them. Now, when you see yourself. Like I always said, like, when you look into a mirror, you should see yourself, but like, what you think. It's just like, you remember that movie Mirrors? That movie Mirrors, yeah, bitch, that was a movie.
He was a night watchman and I replaced him.
I don't want to die.
I just need to know how he died.
I always said when you look into a mirror, you should like, you see, it's like a different dimension almost, if you really think about it. It's like, what is on the other side of this? Like, girl, I know it's not just wall. Like, this is weird. So when young Adelaide went into the fun house and saw the mirrors and stuff, I was like, oh bitch, girl, I already know it's about to be a kid. You about to see yourself. Somebody started whistling back at her after she started whistling, and baby bop, young Adelaide walked in. Red was like, hey bitch, it's me. You know who I am. I'm you me. Oh my God, there's a portal in here. It's a different world around here. And it's like, excuse me? And the movie just kind of trips everybody out from this point on. May I mind you, my ignorant, is that a booger? Oh wow, that's trash. I can't be, ew, good night. Is there still a booger? Oh my God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong? May I mind you, when I left this movie, I could have sworn I was gonna see myself around every corner. I was gonna see a different me, and I was gonna square up with that bitch and fight every 2 seconds. Just letting you know, this was just a sidebar, just letting you know. When I left this movie, I kept hearing the same, I kept hearing that. And I said, oh bitch, I'm gonna pop up and scare myself. Yeah, it was a very long 24 hours after seeing this movie. Because now we fast forward, she has a family, Adelaide has a family, she got 2 beautiful kids and a husband. They're going off to their summer home. Bitch, that's sickening. They got summer homes. I said, that's sickening. Miss Adelaide is scared, and she was just worried because the kids want to go to the beach because the grandmother just passed last year, and that's what, they make the kids feel better about grandma passing. And then Adelaide just has this breakdown of like, she just seeing all these things occurring that reminded her of her childhood trauma. She went to therapy for it. She wasn't the same. Her parents said she wasn't the same. She wasn't the same little girl ever since that day. And Adelaide was like, bitch, I feel like the girl that I saw that was me, that tried to take me, is trying to come back and get me now. And the husband was like, what, girl, what? Speaking of the husband, I want to point this out. I want to talk about how Jordan directed this movie. And the way I saw him direct this movie in my mind was like, this is sickening. So stereotypically, a black father is, a little bit more stern and like not that much personality. That is so wrong to say. That's not even, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me reverse this. The father in this movie was not stereotypically a black father. I don't know how to explain that without being offensive, but like, I'm talking about how like black fathers are portrayed in Hollywood. There's eye crust. What is going on with my body? Fathers are like portrayed in Hollywood. Typically, it's not the way that it was portrayed in this movie. Like all bubbly and nice and just very supportive. Stereotypically, like the father is like very manly, very tough guy, very just, that's dad. You know what I mean? This one was very like the comedic relief of the movie. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not trying to offend nobody, girl. It was just over, like he played this role of like white picket fence, black family. Does that make sense? Like this family wasn't stereotypical, and I love that. And I think Jordan did that on purpose. Go back to Get Out. Get Out had the 2 homeboys. He was dating a white girl, and it was interracial and stuff like that, and they were making puns at like how, interracial dating and Get Out and stuff like that, and how his friend was just like really obnoxious and funny and stuff like that. This movie didn't really have that. The father was more of the humor relief, like he was more of the comedic relief of the movie, the father was. But the whole family itself was more of like a white picket fence family. And that had me thinking through the whole movie. I said, okay, let me keep that note. Because just, if you watch the movie again, or if you remember, you will see how the father was just so overly animated, so corny, like very dad jokes, you know what I mean? And then Adelaide, AKA Lupita Nyong'o, was very like, just motherly. And then even when the song had came on, I Got 5 on it, she couldn't catch the beat. But there was a reason why. Next thing you know, the doppelgangers come out. That's me. Bitch out there looking crazy. They said, Red, which is the doppelganger of Lupita Nyong'o, AKA Adelaide. Okay, I'm gonna know how to talk. Baby got the tapping. She said, and they skirt, bitch. I tell you, when this happened, bitch, I was in that seat. I said, ooh, girl, I peed on myself a little bit, just a little bit. Cause bitch, imagine you standing outside of your house and they're here talking about somebody do that, bitch, and 2 motherfuckers just get skirting. Girl, please, I gotta go out of here. Absolutely not. Somebody will get your kid. Why your kid come around like that? So as soon as that happens, the Mirror family, the underground family, break into the house, get into the house. They sit the families down. So both families are seeing face to face. They finally see themselves as themselves, but they're different than themselves. Like, who is this? Lupita opens her mouth, sounded like somebody's old decrepit grandmother, and she said, I have come to get you. I ain't gonna lie. When Lupita gave that, bitch, I gagged. When she started talking like, oh, grandma, old, and crept, died a little bit, grandma, bitch, I fell out. I ain't gonna lie. When she said, we are American, I said, bitch, you sure? I was like, girl. So immediately my brain got to going. On a more serious note. My brain got to going. I said, okay, Jordan, you late. Because previously when the little boy on the beach, when they went to the beach, the little boy had got lost. And he was going to the fun house, or was about to, but he saw this man with dripping blood, which I don't know that symbolization for that. I still don't know why baby was out there looking like Scarecrow, but somebody can explain to me in the comments. I don't know, I didn't get that together, but I did get together when baby had ran off and Adelaide was like, wait, where's my baby? And she got nervous and everybody was like, well girl, it's just a beach, like whatever. But like, she knew the tea. Adelaide knew the tea. Adelaide was like, bitch, that portal, that house over there is late. And I can't, if my baby gets switched out or if my baby get taken away, I don't know what happened to me, you know? Girl, back to the house where Red is telling Adelaide, like, girl, you took my life. Read her rights. Read her life. Okay, I don't know. Wait, what? Red, which is the doppelganger, told Adelaide her whole life. Girl, you was up there twirling and dancing. I was out here eating rabbits and raw rabbit. Now, mind you, this movie has a lot to do with duality. And if you don't believe in duality, then I don't know what to tell you. But I knew when I saw the rabbits, I knew then, because it was this band back in like 2006, 2007, like called AFI. And they had white and black rabbits in their videos. So when I was a kid, I used to love AFI. I used to like try to figure out why. It was in this song called Miss Murder, and I was wanted to figure out why they had white and black rabbits. And I think at that time it was something to do with life and death or good and evil or some shit like that. But I was like, oh wow, okay. And like why the lady that was holding the rabbits was like Lady Death or something like that. It had something to do with something like that. And duality, it has something to do with duality too. First of all, speaking of symbolism in this movie, the damn title itself, Us, is actually about the US of A. I said, oh, I didn't know that. And I could have, if you look at it, the text of the movie is like the Declaration of Independence type font. So I said, that makes sense. Adelaide is fighting this family, basically trying to get her family to safety. They go over to the friends that they were at the beach with, and I guess they were out there in the house also. Their doppelgangers came and killed their whole family instantaneously, girl, without a question. And I got to thinking then too, I said, why did they kill their doppelgangers quickly? But Adelaide's family, they fight for their lives. Also, let's point out to the little boy. The little boy went into the closet with the other little boy, with the little dog boy. The boy, yeah. So yeah, Jason, I think that was his name, went into the closet with other little baby. And they was in the closet keying. Look, he catch the tea. So, baby up here, you know, he couldn't get the trick. He couldn't get the magic trick going for some reason. And his family keep asking him, why are you cussing? Where'd you get this nasty language? Why can't you get the trick? But his doppelganger could. His doppelganger taught him, like, baby, like this, girl, like this, baby. And I said, oh, there's some tea here. I knew instantly. I said, that's not this right here is not the real baby. Jason, this was, and I want to say his name was Jason, but that was not the real baby. That wasn't the real little boy. The little boy, I knew the little boy in the mask, they had so much of a connection. The little boy in the mask was something more significant than what it was. I just knew that the little boy in the mask was not maybe a doppelganger. It could have been the original child, but I didn't know for sure until Red had caught up with Adelaide and the family after Adelaide thought they got free, and Red took Adelaide's son down to the rabbit hole. That's what I call it. They went down the escalator to Hell Girl, and they was in the rabbit hole. And Adelaide went down there to find her son, and when the doppelganger, Jason, the little baby, ran into the fire and killed himself, Adelaide was like, oh my God, no, no, don't go, don't do that. That's because, girl, Adelaide, that was your baby. That was your actual child. Because, as you know, if you watch the end of the movie, Adelaide was the real doppelganger, she was the one that actually switched out from Red. So Red was living Adelaide's life all along. And I said, wow, well, that's that. And if you look back, when Adelaide killed Red on the bedpost, where Red had originally put the real Adelaide to the had handcuffed her to that same bedpost, and Adelaide, the fake Adelaide, killed Red. You know what I mean? And if you see how she killed Red, she was like making the same noises as the tethered. And I said, oh bitch. She was growling, but you didn't know who it came from. You know if it came from Adelaide or it came from Red. You didn't know who was making these growling noises. And that's why it was so hard to kill Red, because Adelaide wasn't the real Red, and I was living your whole life, girl, so I know your whole gig, and I'm a little bit more advanced than you. But the reason why she did the Hands of America thing, why that's so important too, the Hands Across America commercial in the beginning of the movie, is because that's the last thing she remembered when she was switched out. Like, that was back in 1989, 86, whatever, and that's the last thing she remembered as a child. So she came back above ground and was like, well, girl, that's what we doing up in here. I'm gonna get this revolution started, and here we go. Let's get into the bigger picture of the whole movie. In my mind, I will say that to me it was a message towards America, like when Red said, I'm American, and they're underground and they're less privileged and less knowledgeable of the world. And I said, that's like the lower class in America for real. So Section 8, project housing, stuff like that, they living off like Focus Hope food, if you know what that is, and like Section 8 food and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you got, fast forward to somebody in maybe middle upper class, they have the luxury of eating lobsters, steak, and stuff like that. So it's like how the reference of when Red said, I was eating raw rabbit, my Christmases were cold while your Christmases were amazing. You know what I mean? It was like, I heard, if you listen to when Red was saying that, when they were all sitting down, when the families were sitting down, I was like, they're saying like, bitch, you know, what about us? You know what I mean? And if you think about it, why was it so easy for Red to go up to the escalators to go get Adelaide, like young Adelaide? Why could she go up and nobody else could? If you think about it, just like how when you are in the projects or in the hood, it's almost like a mentality to keep you trapped. You know what I mean? How often they say that the government has set up the projects in the hood or the ghetto to keep people in and not to get out. But you can. Nobody's keeping you there, but you subconsciously have been mentally trained to be stuck there. Does that make sense? So some people think that the movie, you know, you don't need blood and gore to make a scary movie. You don't. I think the bigger picture of itself was scary. And I think that's what made it horror. That's what made it, because it's like, no, I don't, you know, well, I believe in different universes and stuff like that, but everybody doesn't. So, you know, instantly people can write it off like, oh, this is just bullshit. But it's like, no, baby, duality is yes, yes. Oh yes. If you really pay attention to the beginning of the movie, it really tells you like how the movie's really gonna go, kinda. The Hands Across America, if you remember that campaign as a kid, I don't, because I was not born, but I did research about it, and it was about helping homelessness and bringing together everyone from different types of backgrounds, of ethnicities and ethical, like money. I think he showed the whole commercial to emphasize the fact that these tethered folk, that they call the less fortunate or the lower class, we call them tethered, they're different, but they're really not. They could be just like you. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this movie. Like I said, I think that the little boy was swapped out when they went to go visit their house last time. Before the movie, obviously, they said their grandma had passed away the year before, and they went to the house before, and they went to the beach, and that's why they went to the beach again. But I think little boy was switched out then. He was just, even at the end of the movie, he looked at Lupita like, girl, Also, Lupita, I want to give you some 10s real quick before I get up out of here. Lupita, bitch, Lupita, Miss Girl, I didn't know you were this sickening. I knew that you could act, I knew that you was, I knew who you were, and I knew what you give. But bitch, baby can give drama, baby can give action, baby can give horror. I said, oh, she's an actress. And I want to give Lupita her 10s for this movie, bitch, because you played. Oh, you played, bitch. You played, ma'am. I got into that. She had that roll down. I was like, wow, she's really an actress. Really like an actress. Girl, please. Girl, please. She played 2 different people in 2 different sides of the spectrum. That's sickening. Sorry. Girl, give her 10s. All right, Tyler's on me. I love you guys for watching as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. You can go watch more videos while you're here. I mean, I got nothing else to do.